How many genders are there?
There's a spectrum of genders, you can't really say.
Like an unlimited amount, you would say? Yeah. Do you think that, like, if a man identified as a woman, he should be able to go into the women's restroom?
Yeah.
If he had, like, let's say he still had, like, a penis and everything like that, and he just identifies a woman, that's cool for him to go in there?
Yeah. I mean, if they're a woman, they're a woman.
Insanity, bro.
You think you can be a woman with a penis?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
I don't know if she's stoned or just plain stupid. Yeah, this is the result of always trying to sound politically correct. You start believing the BS that they feed you, and then you become brainwashed. I feel really bad for this girl right here, but she seems like she lacks critical thinking.
All right, so I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Do you support Juneteenth?
Woo! Almost fell.
Juneteenth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you down with like the African Americans?
Yeah?
If you could Venmo him $10 in reparations, that'd be great.
I don't have money. I'm broke as hell. You know how much
We're
these
supporting
cost?
we're supporting like black people though.
I guess.
He needs to eat, he's hungry.
He's hungry? You hungry?
No, he's hungry, our black cameraman.
You're wearing a $1,500 hat and you can't even sport $10 for a black guy?
That's why I can't.
It sounds like you're a little racist. You got something up in there, man? Got a little racism?
Doesn't look like it.
You got a little racism in there?
Nah, not that I can find. I'll look out though.
Yeah, you gotta cut it out and start giving all your money to black people.
Yeah, I really gotta do that.
You have to.
20%.
At least 20%.
I got one final question. As a member of the furry community, are you familiar with the hot tua?
Hawk too, and spit on that thing. You get me?
Good afternoon, everyone.
With the hot tua?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how.
Can you hot tua as a furry?
Hot tua.
You do it?
I guess.
It just confused the shit out of him, and it's hilarious, I'm not gonna lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first scene to the white lady. He won the first set. Let's go. Are you guys coming back? Yes! That is our night at the Orlando Improv.
What absolute sexist. I'm not waiting
I don't know why she is there in the first place. If you get offended by a comedian's joke, it's not your place to be there. And the dude that was walking by laughing at her, that was golden.
I was there to support the women that were getting a legal and safe abortion.
Oh, there's such thing as a safe abortion? Can you?
Much safer than a coat hanger.
What is a safe abortion? Does the baby ever survive?
See you later.
The most basic right is the right to life. So why should any child be killed by abortion?
You're going to take care of them all? Adopt them?
Are you
feed them?
Can you take care of all the poor?
No. See, that's the thing.
So, do the poor deserve to live?
Of course they do, if they're already born.
So why are you depriving the unborn of their lives? If you're in favor of taking care of the poor that are alive, why would you want to kill those who might be poor?
Yeah.
Man, the ability to be calm and logical in the face of stupidity and anger is a gift. And this man right here did a perfect job dismantling her argument. And the legend says that she's still staring at the sky thinking and wondering.
Would you rather make 40 grand a year working a regular job or 400 grand a year doing OnlyFans?
Obviously, I would rather go back to
400.
OnlyFans than do that.
Okay, so you'd rather do OnlyFans.
100%. I will go back to
Okay.
dancing currently. When I had OnlyFans, I was the laziest. I don't open messages. Like I'm like I said, I finesse dudes. Like I'm a bitch. You either pay, subscribe, and you pay for the messages that I send everybody at once in mass. I don't respond.
Without
How are you,
getting
Derek?
without
How are
getting too
you,
nuanced
Henry?
though, you'd rather take the 400 than the 40.
Yeah.
That's my point. Natalie, what are
Yes.
you picking?
400.
Okay.
In my head, I thought OF. I've thought about doing cosplay content before because I like cosplaying, so it'd be like an easy way to fund my hobby.
Okay. So you're picking the 400.
If it's not nudes. If it's nudes, then 40.
Honestly, I don't care about showing my body, so I will pick the 400.
You'll take that money. So
Yeah.
why haven't you done OnlyFans yet?
I did OnlyFans.
Oh, you've done it already. All right.
Yeah.
Hello. Well, wake up, Adam.
I also worked in a strip club for a week only.
Just 1 week?
Yeah, because I tried it, you know.
Rookie of the year. Aaron?
Obviously, 400K, you're doing OnlyFans. I don't have a problem with the
Obviously.
either. Yeah, of course.
400K all the way.
Okay, gotcha.
If
All
you're
right.
not taking it, you're dumb.
If you're not what?
If you're not taking it, you're dumb.
That's a microphone that you can talk into.
Of course, all of them are gonna take the 400K because there is no morality left in this world. It's sad, but it's the truth.
Everything in culture tells us that as women, not only that we can do exactly the same thing as men, but that we should be better than them and that they should be taken out of society. I think it's getting really bad, actually. The problem with that is that makes us then look at men as bad and not good, and that we shouldn't submit, or we should be the ones that lead. I actually totally believe I got a college degree. I work a 9-to-5 right now. I don't want to forever, but I do right now. I pay my own full rent on my apartment in San Diego. I do all of that, but I don't think I do what men do. I actually think men are great. Men actually made the rights that you guys all have. Men literally wrote the Constitution. Well, I just want to put that out there because I think that women hate on men so much, and there's no right that men have that I don't have.
Yeah, she was about to go ballistic on her when she heard a fact. She's like, no, don't say the truth. It hurts my feelings.
When you target someone by attaching their name to your joke, that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm not inciting people. You are inciting people.
You're normalizing.
Every single person I've spoken to about the things that you have said about me don't understand any of it. And if I just sit there and interrogate the people who are alleging things about me, I can just sit there and explain to them the context, and they go, well, that's not very important, is it?
You're normalizing this kind of language.
I'm normalizing comedy because at this point comedy is under attack in this country. I'm being investigated for a joke. I can name other comedians who are being investigated for jokes. We have gone down a very dark path. As Orwell says, printed on the front of this building, if liberty is to mean anything at all, it must mean the right to tell people that which they don't want to hear. Do you stand by that or not? This is the BBC. Does the BBC stand by that or not?
Here are some comments from your social media pages.
They're trying to cancel everything at this point, especially if you don't agree with their narratives and agenda. This is the clown world that we live in right now. Comedians have to start explaining their jokes from now on.
A brilliant idea. What do you mean just stop oil? All your stuff is made out of oil, you idiots. Your clothes, these jackets, they're all made out of oil. What the hell are you doing here, making a nuisance of yourselves? It's a joke. Get out the road. You're wasting everybody's time and petrol. All these guys, their engines are running all the time, wasting more bloody oil, you nutters. What is this made out of? What are your clothes made out of? How did your clothes get here? They got here by oil. What are you doing? This makes no sense at all. Just stop oil. You haven't thought about this. If you want to stop oil, you need to stay at home and go and live in the forest.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most ridiculous movements that I've ever seen in my life. They are protesting about climate change with this Stop Oil signature. And most of these people don't even have a clue that they're protesting against something that they're using on a daily basis.
Controversial one here. How many genders are there? I'm asking because I don't know. They say that there's hundreds. How many do you think?
Oh, well, I think we have like a spectrum.
A spectrum?
Yeah.
What does that entail exactly?
Well, so some people would consider themselves female. Some people would consider themselves male.
Okay.
Some people would consider themselves a little bit of both, a little bit of neither.
Okay. What would I look like if I was a little bit of both? Like, would I look like translucent, kind of like interchanging throughout the two dimensions of gender? Like, what would that look like, kind of?
Maybe it would depend on the day.
Okay, thank you. God bless you. Thank you for your time.
I'm starting to enjoy seeing people struggle to answer a simple question about biology.
What do people mean when they say they're woke, or are you woke? When they ask you that, what does that mean to you?
Are you conscious? Are you aware? Are you up on what's happening right in the moment?
Okay.
Absolutely.
That would be an awesome definition if it was true.
Less than 10% of are actually reported.
Okay, where's that?
To the cops.
Where's that?
It's from all of the women's organizations. You can look it up online. You can find it through the socialized organizations that study. I participate with an organization that works as a crisis center. We base that on the number of calls. The police know based on the unofficial reports, the third-party reporting, and the direct reports. This is not a secret that about 10% of rapes are reported.
So how do you know 10% of reported if the others aren't?
Because those people call the women's centers, they ask for help, they seek medical attention.
So they are reported.
Stupid. I do agree that there is stigma that I have to deal with because I am fat, but I'm actually really in celebration of my body. I find beauty in diversity. I think we come in all shapes and sizes. And the assumption that we've dealt with a lot on this show is that just because you're obese, you must overeat. You must have an eating disorder. I know that not to be the case. I know you can have a healthy relationship.
Now, Mimi, you say this is misleading. Go have at it a little bit.
Well, I certainly think that we all want to feel good about ourselves. That's understandable. I don't think people should feel demeaned by their size. And I also couldn't agree more with the message of daily exercise. No matter what size you are, you'll certainly benefit from daily exercise. You can't be healthy without that. But then let's talk about where we disagree. Look, if you want to feel good about yourself, it's impossible to feel good about yourself when you're doing something that's self-destructive. Also, self-destructive behaviors that result in damage or debilitation or even disfigurement to the body, that's never going to be perceived as beautiful.
The thing is that I think that the HAES approach, the health at every size approach, has been documented to work. And it's been documented to work year after year.
What do you mean work? What do you mean work? Because a health at every size is a lie. If you starve yourself into damage, that's unhealthy. Or if you eat yourself into damage, that's not healthy.
You're making a lot of assumptions.
That's just not. That's not true.
You're making
that's
a lot of assumptions.
That's like saying
about
that.
Weight
let's
being
say you were a smoker. Let's say you're a smoker and have black lungs, and you try to say that's healthy because you don't have cancer yet. We know that it is actually factual that obesity is dangerous, and it's connected to cancer, stroke, Alzheimer's. We even know it's connected to an increase in birth defects. So there's nothing left to debate.
Maybe.
It's not beautiful. It's not healthy.
Oh yeah, she's making a lot of assumptions, yeah. If you're obese and someone tells you to start eating healthy and start exercising, they're making a lot of assumptions. She lives in a delusional bubble called we come in all shapes and sizes.
What are your pronouns?
I usually just let people call me whatever they want.
Like a little.
Maybe like if they deserve to call me that, but about what? 5'10"?
Bro, you're like 6'4". What is
this? 6'6" without heels, but that doesn't mean you can just call me whatever you want. I don't know you.
What to do when you misgender someone and you catch yourself?
Oh God, here we go.
Did you get Sam's text? They want. Did you see Sam's text? She wants us to come over for dinner. Really looking forward to going to their place for dinner, Sam's Shrimp Risotto. Make it awkward and about you and center your feelings, fix it and move forward.
No, I was gonna listen to that, but then, I just carried on living my life.
I don't think that people would care about what gender you claim to be. They're gonna call you as what they see in front of themselves. And here's another solution. Never go to a dinner where a dude wears lipstick and a dress. Problem solved.
Remember me at all? Steven Crowder at all? No, not familiar? This is you threatening to slash my tires here. Oh my God, dude. Remember this? Slashing my tires and actually...
We're trying to work.
Let me ask you, why do you think it's okay to threaten to slash someone's tires?
Hey, I didn't do it.
I'm a conservative who has a difference of opinion from you, and I've never threatened actions of violence. I've never threatened to slash anyone's tires.
You need to get out or we're going to call the police.
You know what, let's call the police officers, because matter of fact, we actually have... No, actually, I would like to speak with the police. We're about to file a report very soon. This is a part of being a man, is owning up to the actions here. When you threaten violence against someone, part of being a man is taking ownership of your actions, taking responsibility.
This is undoubtedly the first dose of reality this leftist has ever had.
You remember me at all? Steven Crowder at all? No, not familiar? This is you threatening to slash my tires here.
Oh my God, dude.
Remember this? Slashing my tires and actually...
We're trying to work.
Let me ask you, why do you think it's okay to threaten to slash someone's tires?
Hey, I didn't do it.
I'm a conservative who has a difference of opinion from you, and I've never threatened actions of violence. I've never threatened to slash anyone's tires.
You need to get out or we're going to call the police.
You know what, let's call the police officers, because matter of fact, we actually have... No, actually, I would like to speak with the police. We're about to file a report very soon. This is a part of being a man, is owning up to the actions here. When you threaten violence against someone, part of being a man is taking ownership of your actions, taking responsibility.
Yeah, as Mike Tyson said, social media has made people too comfortable disrespecting other people and not getting punched in the face for it. This was a reality check for this woke leftist right here. And I'm 100% sure that he never had someone do this to him.
We are feminists and we want equality. That's why we voted liberal. Your body, your choice, right? Abso-frickin-lutely. Nobody should be able to force you into being a parent when you're not ready, right? Now you are getting it. Why don't you keep that same energy with men? Excuse me? Why aren't you lobbying for men to have access to birth control? I don't really No, because if you're so pro-choice, then why don't you allow men to have financial abortions? How come we are obsessed with hunting them down when an unplanned pregnancy happens and they're not ready? We make them financially responsible for our independent decision for the next 18 years, and that is perfectly acceptable. A woman can abandon a baby, but as soon as a man does it, it's a literal crime and he goes to jail. I'm sorry, you sound really misogynistic right now. I don't know. I'm a victim. She's calling out my hypocrisy. I'm a victim.
What I'm saying is that gender
can be fluid and it does not affect other people. It does not affect other people's lives.
I literally just showed you an example where it affects other people, women who don't want to share those spaces. Now, you're saying that those women's spaces should be defined by their biological sex at birth. Yes or no?
I don't know. What I'm saying...
So it literally affects other people. Listen,
The dumbest thing you could have said. What are you, an idiot?
You're really nice. But the cult got you.
The cult. You think people being told they can have a certain gender or a certain sexuality is a cult?
People thinking you can pretend to be something you're not, and the whole world's going to go along with it, including the people, yes, it affects, is a cult. And you, like, I feel for you because you're stuck in the cult.
I don't know if you should have an argument with people that lack critical thinking. You can explain it to them, but you can't understand it for them. So it's just a waste of time.
You point me to any single country that has restricted freedom of speech that has done better.
I simply ask you for the source.
Okay.
Can you give me the source
Nazi
on that?
Germany, Soviet Russia, Castro, Che Guevara regimes, current UK, Canada, Maoist China. Need I go on?
Absolutely. You said every country.
Every single country that has limited freedom of speech has resulted in a net loss.
Please give me an actual citation to back up your claim.
You would say that Nazi Germany, Soviet Russia, Maoist China, Che Guevara, Castro regimes, and I can't go through every single country.
I'm just asking you to give me a scholarly source that says that.
I don't have a scholarly source with me right now saying that Nazi Germany is worse off with speech laws than the United States.
And so what I said
You're just going to take my word for it.
And exactly what I said was there are plenty of examples where it doesn't work. You're absolutely right. I don't disagree with that at all.
Can you point me to any example where it has?
Eventually, we can possibly get to the point where it can work. And we need to keep trying. That doesn't mean because it hasn't worked, we don't give up.
One country that has better net results for human freedom and human rights by restricting speech. What's your source? One.
I'm honestly going to say we're not there yet.
Thank you so much. Hopefully, once we find that one example, that'll be great.
What makes today special to celebrate Pride?
I think that you can celebrate Pride any day, but like we have a dedicated month for it, and so like today's the day to show up and show out.
Okay.
What was the question?
What makes today so special to celebrate Pride?
Today so special. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Fair enough.
I'm a little bit.
How about Juneteenth? Did you guys celebrate Juneteenth?
I know of Juneteenth. I know what it stands for, and I respect it. Yeah.
Did you happen to give any money to the blacks?
I don't have money for myself. Me personally, my food. Yeah. Like, I mean, in this economy, like I haven't been giving money to anybody really.
Yeah. Who would you blame for the weak economy?
For the weak economy?
Yeah.
I don't really have anybody specifically to blame. I think it's just been over time, like people making poor choices.
You don't think it was certain decisions made in the last, I don't know, 3.5 years maybe?
We don't like either choice, if that's what you mean. Yeah, we're independents, if that's what you're hinting at.
Okay, any libertarians in here?
No.
No? Any authoritarians in here?
No.
Anyone want to like just take over the government and say screw everyone else? Yeah? Yeah. All right, we got one authoritarian in here.
It's crazy that they're aware of the economy being shit, yet all of them look like an average Kamala voter. This is exactly the meaning of my needs and my benefit above anyone else.
You didn't even obliterate my argument. In fact, you somewhat agreed with it a tiny
No, all I
little
did was
tiny
answer
bit.
a question.
Okay. Well,
So, yeah, so there might be some, but that doesn't mean that there's more than there is against any other race. It doesn't mean that there's less or more than there are against whites. It doesn't mean that there's less or more than there are against this or that. All I did was say, sure,
but I said it
can
in the
grant
context
that.
of Reconstruction.
And?
After slavery. I don't think that
there could
it
still
was
be overall systems, but there could be other factors which lead to other races being more racially profiled, perhaps.
Do you think
or
that
more
any other
systems
race has
against them.
experienced a worse not cleavage, but historical acts than Black Americans in America?
Yeah.
Native Americans had a pretty awful time.
Yeah, they did. And I'd say that they're, but besides that, can't you say that definitively then they, in society, experience a general level of inequality that is
Not
higher
right now.
than a white
That's
person?
a different argument, asking it then and now.
Well, I asked you if you thought Reconstruction was perfect, and
Yeah, but when you said perfect, all you did was say that you would admit that there could possibly be inequalities even now, and I would say, sure, there could be.
is there equalities even now?
I don't know. Name one.
Planned Parenthood targeting Black communities.
That would not be an inequality that's done from the government level. That would be an institutional progressive lobbying group
Redlining?
that's doing that. Yeah, well, it would be a progressive lobbying group that's doing that. It's not, the government's not forcing blacks to have abortions.
Okay, but we elected.
Okay, so
You elected who? You elected people who force blacks to have abortions, or?
It's a crazy mindset that they all think that racism only applies to a certain group of people. And when you argue with them about it, they don't listen to the logic and the facts. They just want to argue with you.
Hey, Dad. Do an impression of Joe Biden wishing everyone a happy holidays.
Listen, you're all, first of all, look, here's the deal. Christmas is everywhere. You can't escape it. So have one. Have more than one. All y'all. Anyway, never mind. It's okay.